hunt week begins again. We're here at Walmart in Greenville, Tennessee. Let's go in the home base Walmart and let's see what they got this week. Well, we got a little M2 Christmas end cap here. Looks like it's already has been rated. What do we got here? I can get this out of here. We'll look at it. Oh, that's cool. Shelby Cobra. Then you have the Ford Max GT. Got two Cobras there. Let's see. There's usually chases of these things. We're just gonna make sure. Man, these things are, like sardines. No, they're both the same. Do they have? This one doesn't say chases. That one does. It's like 200. Can't tell. They go in a lot easier than they come out. There's a Bronco. That's cool looking. Bronco. I actually found a chase in one of these last year, and the year before, I think. Another Cobra. There's a Volkswagen van. That's cool looking. And then you saw what was behind that one we've already seen. Another one of these. That's sweet as well. Dodge Dart. As you can see, they've had a bunch more in there, but they've already been picked over. Let's take a look at our diecast first. Don't look at too much new. We'll check out in a second. Back to the toys. Still got some clearance down there on some Mario Lego. Nothing real different through here yet. They've actually cleared out some of the older stuff they had on clearance. I don't know if they just finally salvaged it or moved to another part of the store. There's one of the newer Micro Galaxy Series 9, the TIE Defender, and there's the twin pod cloud car. It's cool. Black Series, nothing really different. This is the newest thing they got. They're down to one of these. They had a case of those here. I thought would go pretty quick because it's the first thing they got new in Star Wars Black Series in quite a while. But they have lingered on the shelf. I wonder if that's the box the Christmas ones were in. And diorama, no. So that might explain why there's a few of them in the case up there. Oh, we still got Mixmaster and Thundercracker. Oh, they got the Miz Awesome Truth Pack back in. And they got some of the newer Transformers. There is Starscream. Starscream's cool looking. There is KSI Widow, Fireflight. Got Skydive back there. Venom. That's a cool looking figure. And the Awesome Truth, that's sold very well in my area. I'm actually surprised how well that's sold. Those usually don't move very well until they hit clearance. At least here. I don't know about where you guys are, but they still got an army of Stone Cold up there. And it looks like about it down here at the bottom. When they got stuff, but it's the same stuff they've had for a while. Another box of M2 somebody's got into. Okay. All kinds of little individual box M2s. It's well stocked, so I don't mean to say they don't have anything, but it's the same stuff I've had for a while. I don't see anything different. I do know somewhere in the store there's like 5 cases of the Jurassic Park Matchbox because they had them out here one day on an overstock car. Well, you saw it. You used to watch my last week's hunt. I don't see Indiana Jones. Those are actually stocked up to the end fairly well. Huh. All right, let's move on. Anything else? Got our usual monster trucks. See if they have the treasure hunt Batmobile. I've still never looked to see if there is a treasure hunt version of that 66 Batmobile. I need to check for that to make sure I'm not just chasing something that's not even real. And we're back to the front. Well, that's it for this morning, guys. Got some Transformers and a new M2 display. Let's look around some more, and I'll be back in here later this week to see what else they get. Well, let's take a little peeky peek what they got here in the collector section. It hasn't changed much. This place was stocking left and right for this thing for a while, and it's kind of died off the last little while. Still got the same multiverse. You're down finally, so I know they still have an Azrael. I still can't believe that figure Pegworms. I thought that would have sold a lot better than what it has, at least in my area. Still got a Punisher there, Iron Man, and that Spider-Man. King Kong. Still got a black and white turtle. A bunch of Last Ronin and all kinds of Shreddulas. Shredder worms. There's a Leatherface hiding right back in there. There's Jaws, a couple of Hoopers. Another Leatherface right there looking at us. Ben Coopers, some of those. These might be different. I don't remember if these Sesame Street. And they very well may have been. I don't remember, but I think they were here last time. Somebody tried to tear in the old patina spawn there, looks like. What else we got? Oh, Eggo waffles. There we go. Well, they got one fun find. Here we go. I got my finger in the camera a little bit. Sorry. That's kind of cool. And got some Fallout pops back here. There's the Ghoul. Vault Boy. Saints Batman. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember if I've seen this or not. It's like I first thought, no, I haven't seen that. Then look at it, I was like, I think I've seen that. Robin King. So they got some more new pops in. They've been getting more new pops than anything last little while. I'm surprised they don't have the new wave of multiverse yet. Scarecrow and stuff. Maybe it's not hitting Walmart. They're not hitting Walmart yet, so I'm about to say. There's Lucy McLean from Fallout, so a bunch of Fallout pops. Well, that looks like about it. What I'm spotting now is Jigsaw. Let's go over here and see if they ever put those. I'll fix those pops back and turn the camera off. That way you don't have to sit and watch me and add unnecessary minutes to the video. Still got some of the cheap NECA hanging out there. Have they dropped the prices of this stuff down yet? Still showing $12 for the American Psycho pins. So we'll see when it drops down, and still looking forward to what comes to these things next. But here we go, everybody. Ross Dressed for Less in Greenville, Tennessee. Let's run in the home base here, see if we can find anything this week. Okay, let's look quickly here. We got Brian Danielson still hanging out. Those Black Series, Marty McFly, Mobius, there's Boo, Jedi Master Endara, so another Black Series. Oh, check this out. Dekian, the Skeleton Warrior. 1999, that's pretty cool to see. What else we got down here? Sonic. With Miles Morales mask. Don't see any McFarlane stuff. Still haven't seen any McFarlane stuff in my area yet. I know it's hit. Just haven't found any here. All three of the sniper. I got 4 of the snipers back in there. So $16, $17. She's been hitting a lot lately, but seems like, or Simpsons. Seems like the Halo jumper's not been showing up very much. And here you got Homer. $8.99. Otto, Bart. Oops, don't knock them all off. Let's see here. Gonna have to check out. Okay, we're back. Yep, there's some Simpsons. We got the Sniper, Slinky. Anything down here on the pegs? Got a vintage collection down there. Jordan Nana or whatever. Beast Wars. Donnie, Mutant Mayhem. Not seeing too much exciting here on the pegs. Already looked over there. Nothing good. Same stuff that was here last time we looked. But it is cool to see the red tables. Anything over here? No. Alright, let's take one little quick look down this one. See if we see anything, and then we got to take out of here. We'll check back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Kingsport this evening. We're going to try the Target out here and see what they got. And then, since we're here when it's actually open, we're going to hit GameStop here in Kingsport. So, let's get in here and do a little combo hunt. Alright, guys, see what we got here. None of the new exclusives yet. Flash, Titano still. There's the 4-pack. That's kind of cool. We'll take a look at that here in a second. It's kind of busy, so let's get the rest of the owl first. I'll go back up there and get the barcode for that. The Motu is showing. Okay, I don't think that's the same one. It's not the Masterverse. Stalker and the Firefighter. They haven't put anything out. It looked like they had a lot of stuff out here over the weekend. They must have took it all to the back. They don't have any of the Epic Hero stuff out. We got the Fantastic Car here last weekend. There's those Ninja Zombie things are getting it. Walmart right now. And anything over here? Taker. Still got Sister Marin up there. And then what is behind her? Cassian Andor. Simpsons, nothing different, sadly. Still got the module. Clearance on Godzilla down there down to $17.49. What else? That looks to be about it, guys. Well, one thing, nobody else come down the aisle, so let's just check this out. Here you go. It says bumper instead of Bumblebee. Ultra Magnus. There's a barcode on that thing. Well, kind of cool to see something different at least. But it's kind of sad too. I thought they'd have a lot more that stuff out. Anywho, let's go look around some more, guys. See what else they got. Okay, we did dig around and look what we found hidden down here on one of the shelves. Razor Ramon. The new WWE Elite Wave. Oops, there's your wave. Diesel has the chase in the white shirt. I don't see any more of them, but at least had something out there. There is Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Probably going to come home with us. All right, now let's go look around. I think they stocked this since the last day I was here. There's Fabled Arcana, Pokemon, bunch of Spider-Man magic packs. There's one of the bundle packs. One Piece. Don't see anything wrong to buy. Alright, let's check our collectors. A bunch of idiot kids up there destroying the toy section. What else? Last Ronin stuff. I don't think they got anything different going on here either. There's Ultimate Hooper. Mumra. Ooh, Trouble's Afoot. I don't think I've ever seen this at retail. I can remember. Foot Soldier, that's tempting. That's cool to see. Don't see much else. Anything good on the pops? Don't look like it, guys. I think that's going to do it for here for today. But do see anything else on the way out, I'll let you see it. But if not, we're going to go over to GameStop and hope they got something. Jacksonville GameStop. Let's go see what they got this week. See what we got today. Anything different over here? Still got the platy spawn down here. He's been here since last week. Oh, here we go. First time seeing this in store. I actually got my pre-order in the other day for him. Awesome figure. 31 bucks. He's only 29 from Big Bad, thankfully. Gambit X-Men 97. There's no new legends outside of him. Still got Man Wolf down there. Deadpool, Black Suit Spidey, Peter Parker version. There's all of our Gamerverse. Troika. What do we got over here? Ooh, that guy's cool looking. Darth Nihilus. Gaming version. That's cool. 30 bucks. Chewie, Clone Captain Rex. Jedi Master No or whatever. Well, it's cool to see Doom, and it is a cool looking figure right there. I don't know who that is for Star Wars, but it looks neat. But that's a cool find. Awesome figure. Let's look around and see what else they got. Well, one thing I can tell you they got just right off the bat. Check out over here behind the counter, guys. They got the Deadpool set. I mean, Daredevil and Wolverine, Wolverine mask. That's kind of cool to see. 115 for Wolverine, 140 for the Deadpool. In case you can't see that. There's Gremlins Fugglers. All right. Strap's kind of extra creepy looking. You got the Splinter. One of those. Who is this? Sub-Zero still hiding back there. I'm not going to try to dig him out. I'll call that off. There's more Fugglers. Bumblebee. Behind the Silverbolt. There's Wolverine, Spidey, Deadpool still, the big Torment Spider-Man. There is a platinum of this, I have learned. It's Black Suit. Very cool looking. Well, no GIJoes, sadly, but they do have this big dude. They had that at Johnson City as well, but he was behind the locked case. I actually loosened the plastic there, but yeah, he's kind of fell all apart. I'm not gonna pick him up. But yeah, some more good stuff here at the home base. Let's look around a little more, see what else we can find. Oh, cards are right here. Let's look at the cards. They had some SpongeBob last week. I don't see any this week though. That's what we're looking at again. Still got Spider-Man Magic. Bunch of those. Well, got some more fun stuff here. Hoping to see maybe some Joes or something, but let's look around a little more, guys. See if we got anything else. Yeah, we got some pops up here. One thing I wanted to show, I had not seen this one. Mephisto. That is pretty sweet. There's a barcode on it. I'm at 15 bucks. I don't know. There's a price sheet. I'm not reading all that. I don't have my glasses anyways. And then you got Morbius. I'm guessing Jack-o'-lantern or Dormammu. Oh, that's cool. Looks a little Doctor Strange. Oh, man, those are tempting, but I don't need to buy pops. Dark Multiverse. Was it Robin King? Yep. I gotta tell you guys, Funko has been killing it lately with some of the pops. In my honest opinion. Skibby toilet. There's the normal Bastion. I saw the Chase one in Johnson City here a while back. Daredevil. Jason Voorhees down there. Jubilee. Alright guys, I think that is officially going to do it. Just saw that Mephisto pop. Definitely want to get that on camera, but let's look around, see if we find anything else before we leave. Oh wait, what was over here? Okay, now, we're going this time, I promise. Dr. Doom. We have come to the lands of Abingdon to hit the Walmart here. Let's run in, guys. This is one of the ones that has the big toy island, so let's go in here and see if they might have anything exciting on it. Well, guys, looks like they might be stocking some of this. There's an action figures, Spider-Man Legends, Spider-Man 77. So there is that. And then they've got Executive Blue, so we might have got here at the right time. There's some Hot Wheels. Wrestling. Oh, they got the new. Sweet. There's Austin. Looks a little bloated. So you got Stone Cold, Nikolai Koloff, the Ultimate Warrior, and George Animal Steel. Albert holding Austin for us here for a second. So they got them all. I wonder if there are chases in this wave. It's the Ultimate Warrior. I've already got one Warrior though. Nikolai Volkov. Barcode. It's already ruined up there, but there we go. And then you got George Animal Steel. I'm an animal lover. Again, these could be chases. I don't know. Only one I may pick up may be Stone Cold. In addition to that, we've got Brian Pillman here, two of his figure. Undertaker, Old Man Bischoff. The only one they're missing is Shark. Makes me wonder if I had to chase. Somebody grabbed it. No, there he is. Skilra. What we got here? You got Diesel. A bunch of common Mudas. Fangman, Grizzlord, Shatara, Battle Cat Man. Oh, I haven't seen that one very much. Lion-O. Up here, Lion-O and Grizzlord, and more Skilra stuff back in there. Over here, you got some Star Wars stuff. I do have one of the Christmas Stormtroopers. Not getting back on the peg. Maybe I shouldn't take him off the peg. And then the side with the Marvel stuff. I'll have to get real close here for a second. Yeah. That almost took me out. Looks like the same old Transformers. There's a lot of them. I don't want to dig through it all. I still got one of the Stingers. These all Omega Red War Machine. Looks like it. And they got both Thunderbolt sets. Yeah, the Marvel's kind of depressing, but there's some there. I definitely want to see that blue and then the 77. We'll see if she might let us grab us one of those. But let's head down to the main toy aisle. Let's see what else they got. Well, I see the music's still nice and loud here. Here we go with one of these Christmas shippers. There could be a bunch of chases in that. I don't know. I'm not going to dig through it. But there you go. Those little M2s. Jurassic World stuff. And I can spy some new stuff down through here. They might have already started a reset here. Who knows? There is Movie Star, Splinter, Slam Dunk and Donnie, Slapshot Leo and stuff back in there. I think we're going to see that in the toy haul, guys. We got a bunch of Star Wars. I believe this is some of the new Black Series. I don't know. I know he's got a figure that came out recently. The Stranger. I don't think I've seen that. And then Sand Trooper. And then we're back to the Acolyte in that gaming version back there. Nothing different in Micro Galaxy. Here's Clone Troopers. I would assume these are supposed to be out there on that shipper. There's a lot of Clone Troopers. Come on, Austin. Oh, check this out. Night Flare Batman. I haven't seen that before. There's Ninja Strike stuff. Gorilla Grodd, Batman. Anything hiding up top? Before we get too far down through here. Don't look like it. I do see some Micro Galaxy here. This isn't anything like Chase was, is it? Okay. Where'd all the Austin? Oh, there he is. These are the Titan figs. I'm not too excited about that. What's he do? Okay, that's annoying. And then you got this little thingy here. Ha 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 ha. What else we got? Oh, we still got some of the Spider-Man retro card. There's Kane and Electro. Got a bunch of those. Oh, DC Gold Owlman. Okay, I thought those were only $7. A bunch of Miles, Iron Man and Miles, Spidey and Caps. Still got the big blockies there. Stone Cold Ultimates. And the wrestling's kind of peaky, but yes, as you can see, most of the wrestling is out there on the island. I don't know what that's going to be when I get reset. Simpsons. What Street Fighter they got? Fei Long. There's our Genesis stuff. Nothing really different there. And I'm moving kind of fast now, guys. Not much up here. I got some Pokemon. Man, look at all them ETBs. Wow. Really stacked back in there. Alright, we're back in the Bristol, Virginia Target. Let's see what we've got here. I guess the cards have already been stocked. Looks pretty full. Don't see any Pokemon though. Maybe not. Here's our little Transformers end cap. So we got Skeletor, Megatron armor or whatever. All those are Man-at-Arms, Bumblebee. And we got some down here we haven't seen yet. There's a bunch of side swipes and Wheeljack. That's kind of cool. Barcode on him. And there is side swipe and a barcode. Optimus Prime and Megatron. What's this, War for Cybertron or something? It's a barcode for Megatron. Look at Optimus. Alright. Here we go. Got that stuff. Still got the awesome Dark Side set there. There's a Sonic DC figure crossover. Still got a bunch of Mr. Terrifics. Megazord. They got that pack. We saw that in Kingsport, but depending on what we find here, I may not put that Kingsport footage in. This is like this, and they had Razor Ramon. So we'll see what they got here. As far as that, oh, they got the Sandman. That looks good. Don't know if I'm gonna pick that up or not, but it doesn't take away the fact that's a cool looking figure. They had Mr. Miracle here over the weekend. It looks like he has been purchased. Oh, they got the Diver 2-pack. These look neat, but I think I'm going to skip on these. There's the barcode. A heavy duty I'd like to see, and the police officer, but still got Law and Order. That's one police officer, the one I'm looking for. Super 7, Motu, Joe action figures, Legacy. Those we saw, the Power Rangers stuff. And we got some Star Wars. They do have Fisto there in Motu. I did see that. There he is. I don't see anything else exciting or new looking down through here. What's over on this side? Tow truck's cool. Mega delivery, demo, Dragonizer. Oh, that's cool. The card on these things are awesome, I think. I guess the little die-cast guy I used to always see up here, he must not be in this area anymore. It's Harry Potter. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen that one before either. Hope we've had some luck at the Avenue Walmart. You've probably seen that already by this point of the video, so you already know if I did or not, but they would not take anything out of the boxes. They got the full reset for that toy island, but hopefully we got to show you that. But if not, we'll have to find it later, I guess. Well, let's get over and see what's on the wrestling. Cool to see the Diver 2-pack. I don't think anybody's over here. No. Alright, big old thing of poppies. There is Razor Ramon. They do have that. There's Sean. Barcode. So they got him and Razor. And there's Triple H. Or this is back before he was Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So they got them all but Diesel. There we go. That's cool to see. Probably won't show you the footage from Kingsport now then, since like I said, this is that, and that 4-pack of Transformers is all I found there. Outside of, the normal, we saw some other stuff there. It wasn't the only thing they had in the entire store, but There's the car for the Simpsons. Zootopia stuff. I don't remember seeing that pet turtle playset before. Monsterverse. I think that's going to do it for the main action figures, guys. Let's go check the there's comic book video game stuff behind me. Oh, they got the Five Nights at Freddy's sets. I saw these online. People posted them. It's the same too. I don't want to stand up because of the smiling critters. That is kind of cool. I think there were 2 of these that people were showing. That's cool to see. If I could stay back in there, I'll fix that and turn the camera off. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. I'm gonna drop stuff everywhere. Big Robotnik down there is pretty cool. Mechasonic. All right, let's go check the collectors. Alrighty, let's see what we got in collectors. Make sure my finger's on the lens. There we go. I don't see any pops jumping out at me as exciting. I still got the last Ronin stuff. Actually looks like it's in the same position I left it. You know, how much are these things? I'd assume 24, 25 bucks. I don't know that for sure though. Oh, they got the new Godzilla stuff too. We'll look at here in a second. No DC stuff back here though. Well, I got that, but and they got the Fugglers. Started calling them critters. This one looks pretty cool. The box art, anyways. The figure's a little less to be desired, in my opinion, but look at that box art. Sweet. There's that, and then you got Destroya. $95. It was like $37 though. Are these all the same? Destroya. Whoops. Oh, caught up with my fat roll. The old belly comes in handy sometimes. There's Skull Bob. That's kind of cool. A toilet taxi. It shouldn't be over here. Karloff Mummy. And Vacation Bebop and Rocksteady. There's Alien Romulus. Still got Guliana. Aliens. Somebody tore the Velcro off. Well, let's go take one more look around, guys. See if they got anything else. Get us some pictures for thumbnail fodder and all that. If I find anything else, you'll see it. If I don't, we are leaving. Well, hello, McFarlane. There is a McFarlane Toys box. Makes me wonder what's in that. It says Collector's Edition Wave 12. I'm trying to think of which one that would be. I don't know. There's some Funko stuff. Dragon Ball. Hello. Border Link. And books. Oh well. Alright, my friends, we are at the Johnson City Target. Let's run back here and let's see what they got. They show a bunch of stuff in stock on the app, but let's see if it's actually on the shelf yet. Well, here we go with a whole bunch of pops. I don't remember seeing these last weekend. Shadow is Batman. Green Lantern. Knuckles is Superman. But on this one, they do have these now. There's Batman, Superman, and there is Cyborg. So here is all 3. It's cool to see those again. Barcode for Batman. Barcode for Cyborg. Yeah, these figures look pretty decent for the scale that they are. And then we got this big set here, that cool Dark Side. So there we go. Alright guys, let's check the rest of it out. Still kind of bare here on the old toy aisle. But one thing I see they do have, they got Retro Card Storm. Still got Cyclone. Now the app shows them to have the Punisher. I have not seen him unless he's in some of those boxes that are out there ripping. There is Storm. Got my pre-order in for this a while back. Haven't seen Weapon X yet. That's cool to see in store. Man, I was hoping to lay eyes on the Bernthal Punisher. We'll run back and check the collectors. Maybe they'll put him out before we leave here, but let's check the wrestling side and see what it all's over there. Alright, we got Mr. Miracle here. He wasn't here the other night, so they put out a little bit of stuff. There's a barcode. Alpha Trion, Flatline. And they got some more we're going to have to check out. Alright, let's check out the rest of this aisle. There is the Dark Side and Sonic stuff. We've got Onyx Prime. We've seen that at Walmart so far. There's the Power Rangers stuff. More Power Ranger stuff here, the little figure set. There you go, there's our barcode. There you go. Oh, they got the Fantastic Four. I've got that one Fantasticar. I don't see it here. But they do have the figure set. There's a barcode for that. I like to have that, but we're gonna wait. I think that will probably be a clearance at some point. Miracle's only new. See, Salvador Pet Fig. I have no idea what that's going to be. Wow, Master version will be $33 now apparently. Marvel. That's where the Punisher should be. But they don't have him out. Maybe this weekend. Oh, there's Galactus. That's cool to see. He was only $19.99 when I got him off of Amazon. I wonder if that was a mistake on the app. There's a barcode. This thing is sweet for anybody who hasn't picked it up. Well, my friends, we're going to take some more pictures for thumbnail fodder. I'm going to back check collectors, see if anything's back there. Well, we got some stuff in wrestling. They got the Undertaker. I got this one in off a pre-order off the app already. Awesome figure. There's a barcode. That's cool to see. Whole case of him. Put that up there. They got Triple H. Oh, there's that pantsless Bret Hart. This is the one people were going to get and customize with the AEW Owen Hart figure to make a custom Owen. There's the rest of that wave. They don't have any of those. The rest of them. Star Wars. We got some different stuff here. There is Bomb Vimden. Barcode. Whole peg of those are all the same. Yeah, there's Yoda and that. We got the Grimorian Guard. I've not seen him yet. The barcode. And then they have the Holiday Trooper. They have the other little droid. I don't think so. I think I saw that in the antlers. The Walmart thing too, but I'm not for sure. Well, I don't recognize anything else. We're going to check around some more. They're still stocking. And of course, we're going to check collectors and stuff too. But it's kind of busy here today, so we're kind of bouncing around. Try not to get in people's way. But let's go see what else we can find. Hello there, good people. I am back here in the man hut. You watch my channel, you know that means it is time to wrap up another toy hunt. My name is Chris. I am the Man Collects. I appreciate you giving me your time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, even just a little bit, make sure you hit that like button. Alright guys, good week of toy hunting, all kinds of resets going on, Walmart starting to get stuff, Target's getting all kinds of stuff, GameStop keeps getting stuff, but it's higher price than everybody else, so it's getting more nice to look than to buy. Anywho, a lot of good stuff out there right now. Only bad thing about that, to go back to it and keep hammering on the same things over and over again, but the price of stuff's getting a little bit high, guys, in case you hadn't noticed. But that doesn't take away the coolness factor of seeing some of this stuff, and that is a segue into the top 3 coolest things I saw this week out there toy hunting. And we're going to start with number 3. Number 3 goes to a find from the GameStop in Greenville, Tennessee, and it was behind the counter. I didn't really get to pick it up and look at it that much, but then again, I know what it is. I don't know why you need to look at it too close because you can't see inside the box. But the Daredevil Born Again, the Daredevil helmet, and the Billy Club set. Those Marvel prop things, I think they're pretty good. I'm looking around my room, I've got the Magneto helmet, I've got an Infinity Gauntlet, a Thor hammer, and I've got the Doctor Doom helmet. And I think they're all pretty nice. I'm assuming that Daredevil thing is going to be around the same quality. The only thing that keeps me away from that and not trying to is just the price. There's been so much come out lately, so many pre-orders. So many pre-orders have been starting to come due at the same time. I didn't want to throw $140, more out this week than I already did because I spent way too much money this week. If you notice, the light's doing weird stuff. My light bulb up here is about to go out, so it's kind of flickering on and off. Sorry about that. Anywho, cool to see that there at GameStop. Again, it was behind the counter. The guy was busy. I didn't ask him to let me see it or anything. Of course, I didn't go behind the counter and try to get it, but it was cool to see it there. Again, $140 for that. They had the Wolverine mask as well from Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it was, what, $115? Can't remember, but that Daredevil helmet is cool. That's one thing I'm going to kind of hope that maybe it hits Ross one of these days. Who knows? I may wait to see if that hits up at a discounter. All these are Ross. Later on down the line, we'll see what happens. But still cool to see it. Be very tempting for me to buy it if I got my hands on it. Number 3 coolest thing, Daredevil Born Again helmet and billy club. All right, let's go up to the middle of the pack with number 2. Number 2 goes to a wave of figures that I always like to find the whole set, and there's always a chase. So there's always 4 figures in the set plus 1 chase for 5 figures. Talking about WWE Elite Series 28, which is the Target exclusive WWE Elites that come out. The current wave is The Click, HBK Shawn Michaels, 90s Hunter Hearst Helmsley before he was Triple H, the bad guy Razor Ramon, and then the one with the chase figure is Big Daddy Cool Diesel or Kevin Nash. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, man, Collects, you didn't find Diesel during this hunt. You didn't see the common or the chase. Oh, not so fast, my friend. I put in a curbside pickup order on Saturday night when those figures started to drop. Actually, it was early Sunday morning when they started to show up on the Target app. I ordered 2 of the Diesel figures for pickup at Johnson City Target, and I got a chase and I got a common. You'll see them here during the toy haul. So even though it was a curbside pickup, I still kind of found them all this week because I had no idea what I was going to get in that curbside pickup. And they were nice to me. They gave me a chase and a common. So we saw the whole wave of that there this week in Target. It's pretty cool. And they were the number 2 coolest find from this week of toy hunting. All right, guys, we are there at the top of the ladder. Number 1. Number 1 goes to a combination of things I saw at GameStop and Target this week, and it's the new GIJoe classifieds. I think here lately the classifieds have been knocking it out of the water. That's a wave of figures. I think I have gotten into and out of classifieds multiple, maybe 5 or 10 times during my collecting lifetime. I'll buy them for a while. For whatever reason, I'll sell them, and then I get right back into them, sell them, right back into them. Well, right now I'm right back into them, and I think the latest stuff we're getting is very good from them. But we saw Monkey Wrench, we saw the Techno Viper, we saw General Hawk and the little missiles thingy there. I didn't know that was going to be showing up in stores. For some reason, I was thinking that was like a Pulse. When I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store, it wasn't Pulse exclusive, but I was surprised to see it in store. That was cool to see. Unexpected finds, part of what makes toy hunting great. But they had that there. What else did we see? We saw the diver set at Target. That's one I didn't think I would see. I figured that would get bought up if I ever had a chance to put eyes on that one. But we saw all that stuff there. So a lot of good stuff hitting right now in classifieds. But all that GIJoe stuff, guys, I might have picked up 1 or 2 of those. You have to see here in the toy haul. But that was my number 1 coolest find from this week, is all that. Because if you live in my area and you collect GIJoes, you can probably attest to this. They don't restock and show up a whole lot. So when you start seeing new Joe stuff showing up, it's pretty exciting if you are a fan of those figures and try to collect them. All right, everybody, that is the top 3. Let's get into the toy haul. Now, I've got a very wrestling-heavy toy haul here, but the first thing I picked up, and this is the only one of that new wave that I grabbed, I did get Stone Cold Steve Austin. If anybody knows that there is a chase in this latest wave of superstars, let me know in the comments. I haven't looked it up yet. Online to see. I talked to Carlos about it, and he said he looked up and couldn't see where there was a chase in this way, so maybe there's not. But Austin was the only one I really wanted to grab. Been looking forward to them doing a Stone Cold in this line. I was really tempted to get the Ultimate Warrior, but he comes to the IC belt. That's why I wanted it. But, I've got the Kurt Hennig, the Mr. Perfect, where he came with that. I've already got an Ultimate Warrior figure. I don't really need another one in this line, so long story short, we added Austin here to the collection of WWE Superstars. Let's do the wrestling stuff first. I did get this whole wave because it is the Click. I got Razor Ramon. I got Scott Hall there. I've got Triple H there, the Connecticut Blue Blood, or Hunter Hearst Helmsley before he was Triple H. We've got one of the sleaziest, most aggravating this was the Seth Rollins of the 90s right here. You got Shawn Michaels, which Shawn Michaels to me is greater than Seth Rollins, but still, man, he was such a little butt when he was a bad guy, back in the 90s and early 2000s. And then my curbside pickup, here is the Common Diesel. You can see there with the black outfit. And then here is the Chase with the white top there with Big D or whatever's on the chest there, but there you go with Kevin Nash. And then I got one more thing I picked up from GameStop. I did break over. I had my $5 coupon, which brought it down to regular retail price. I did grab Monkey Wrench there from the GameStop in Kingsport, and they were very busy, so I'm sorry I couldn't play any. I couldn't talk there. I played music over. I didn't talk any, but they had so many people up there around the cash register. One more thing, the Target in Bristol, the case of McFarlane Collector's Editions. It was Dark Stars, Dark Archer, and Mirror Man. That's why I didn't go back and show that, but an employee did open that box for me in case you're sitting there wondering what was in that box. But that's it, guys. That is the hunt for this week. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Let's wrap this up now with social media pleasantries from the Man Collects Instagram. Description of this video, about page on YouTube, the splash on your screen. I'll show you ways to find me on Instagram. Look me up on there, give me a follow, send me a message should you choose to. And then we got the YouTube channel, The Man Collects. If you are that first-time viewer, or you've came back several times, you've not yet hit subscribe, consider subscribing to the channel to see what comes down the pipe here on YouTube. All right, everybody, hope you had a great week. Looking forward to getting out there this weekend, seeing what else we can find. And I will see you back here on Saturday for another Spooktacular Saturday video. Then I'll see you back on Monday for a toy hunt. The next times, the man will come around.